go. Perfect bowler timing. Ooh, let's try cheeky freeze. Let's try cheeky freeze. Oh, he just used his ice spirit. He has no reset. He has no reset. He has no reset. Oh, nice. That's huge damage. I never thought I'd be saying this, but Graveyard Freeze is back in the meta. Some mad lad is inside the top 10 in the entire globe playing with this Graveyard Freeze deck. And you know what? I am so in favor of this deck being meta. I feel like the current meta is so bogged down with these ultra fast cycle decks, these spam decks, or these bait decks. It's such a breath of fresh air to be playing something that's just different. It's slow, it's controlled, it's calculated, and nothing is more satisfying than watching your opponent's tower evaporate when you hit them with the Graveyard Freeze. So this deck, way more fun than I thought it would be, but you can't take my word for it because it's like I always say, talk is cheap. So put on your jacket because we're going to be freezing towers all video long. Alright, into the first match of the video, rocking Graveyard Freeze. This is by far one of the cheesiest decks out there that is actually just not that easy to play. Like, I feel like a lot of times people will lose to Graveyard Freeze and they're like, God, that deck is so easy. It's really not. You need to be patient when you play it. Okay, he gets one hog hit here. In reality, it would have been better to go for a King Tower activation there, but I didn't. So he spent 7 on our 3. So if he goes for like an aggressive firecracker, I might just go like Baby Dragon Graveyard and try and like win this game like right off of the bat. But we'll see. Looks like he decides to play a little more passive, which I totally agree with. We're going to do this. It's going to be a really nice tornado because it's going to clean up the firecracker and it's going to make sure that our bowler lives longer. So I really like that. He has to spend more here. We'll probably just go for like an ice spirit, yeah, or earthquake. Like he has a really, really cheap defense, so he doesn't have to worry about it too much. The deck he's using is fundamentally one of the best decks in the game. Hog Firecracker is great. So you need them to make a mistake if you want to win when you're playing against this kind of matchup. So I'm going to go in here. I actually don't expect too much from this. I just kind of want to see, you know, how does he defend it? What are his things? He gave me a really great freeze, though. So I think it'd be foolish of me not to take it and take a little bit of the damage. I don't expect to take his tower or anything like that. And, you know, cat's out of the bag with the freeze. But it was hard for me to pass up that much spell value. We're going to go like this as well. I expect him to go for the Earthquake. Or if not, we get an easy King Tower activation. So that's another reason why this deck is really strong, is against most decks you can get King Tower activated. When you have the Tornado, learning the King Tower activations is paramount if you're going to play this deck. So decent start. I definitely want to be going same lane because I can kind of cycle troops in the back and it'll push in the same lane that his hog is going. So that's thematic when you play this deck. I think we just need to be very careful with the Firecracker. Freeze and Tornado are going to be some of our best answers to the Evo Firecracker. So we're going to be ready for that. I'm going to go like a high Baby Dragon in case he tries to snipe it with the Firecracker. And he does. So let's go like this. We're going to Tornado everything in. Kind of what I said, where I can't let the Firecracker like bully me in this matchup. I'm going to go offensive cannon here and go in for a graveyard. Have high archers ready. And he goes for the defensive hog. I honestly can't say that I blame him, but we are going to get some good damage onto the tower. Yeah, he defended it really well, so shoutouts to him. Low bowler. He's going to be back to a hog, so I might need to go for a defensive freeze. I can let that Firecracker go. I'm going to go Baby Dragon because I want my bowler to be healthy. Nice. Now we have a healthy bowler, which is great. We're going to go for a high Inferno Dragon. He's protecting that thing, which makes sense. I mean, it's a good play, but his hog, man, just got eviscerated. Now is a good time to get ready to go in for the freeze. I'm going to get ready here. I'm going to freeze so he can't pop this ability. And I think that's going to finish off the Mighty Miner. Yeah, he finally gets the Earthquake down, but it's kind of like too late, I feel like. Yeah, beautiful. We're doing a really good job not letting his Firecrackers get value. You can see he's barely been able to go in for offensive hogs. He finally gets to go in for one, but every time he goes in for one, it's a positive trade. And if he uses his Earthquake, that's like one of his best answers to Graveyard, so it just doesn't make sense for him to do that. Nice. And I'm actually going to Tornado all of this in, like I said, just not letting the Firecracker get value. Yeah, and I get that bro's upset, but he's not really playing it that well, so that's an easy win for us. Really happy with how he played it. Don't let the Firecracker get value. Go same lane. Easy win with Graveyard Freeze. We'll see you in the next game. Alright, into our next match against Arno Dubel. That last game was kind of satisfying, I have to admit. Like, Firecracker, playing against it, definitely one of the most annoying cards in the game, objectively. In terms of my starting hand right now, I don't explicitly want to cycle anything, but he cycled a wizard, so I'll cycle the cannon. Either of your 3 elixir cards are okay to cycle at the start of the game. Archers probably being the best thing to cycle. So we're going to go like this, and I'm actually, once that wizard locks on, I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to try and get a King Tower activation. No, it's not going to work. I'm just going to let this go. I need a little bit of damage. It's all good. Okay, so Giant Wizard. That's interesting. Okay, he goes for a pump, so here's what we got to do. We got to do this, and we got to go Graveyard on the pump, because we don't have, like, a big spell, and we need to make sure that he just can't, we can't let him get away with that, per se. So you can see the pump is going to go down, and that's exactly what we needed. We didn't let him get away with such a thing. We're going to go Bowler here to help out with the minions, to help out with the Dark Prince, and that's okay. So he's running a super cheesy deck, almost like a Rocket bait deck, kind of, in a way. And then Archers here will make sure that we don't eat a ton of damage. So that's going to be the best way to defend or to go in on the pump. The only problem is now that he knows that's our best way to go in on the pump, he can go in for Wizards on our Graveyard and stuff like that. Alright, so we need to set up a defense here. I'm going to Cannon to try and pull the Giant as far as possible. So this should pull the Cannon. And I think I'm going to go Inferno Dragon and be ready to freeze here, because I think he's going to play Wizard. We're going to do this because, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, nice, he wasted the rage. At the end of the day, the Sparky is by far the biggest threat. We can eat a few Wizard shots and, you know, it's not the end of the world. But that Sparky is what's going to take us out. So we do that. I'm curious if he pumps up here. He might just eat the Baby Dragon and pump up. I feel like that would be his best play. No, he actually uses the minions. Color. I was not expecting that. I don't know if I would have done that, but I'm not the pump player, so who knows. Okay. He does go for a pump now, so once again, it's kind of my time to go in, although I do kind of expect him to be ready for it this time. Have our freeze at the ready. I will freeze out all of this. Look at that. Look at that. Getting good damage onto the tower, and getting, more importantly, getting good damage onto the pump. Remember, that was the whole reason we kind of did that series of events. I'll be ready if he goes Giant in front. And he doesn't. That's fine. Okay. I'm going to put Archers like this. He really should defend that Baby Dragon, and he does. That's huge. Okay, I'm going to get ready. I will go for the Cannon now. It'll help damage the Giant and the Sparky, and this is going to be a great freeze for us. You can't be afraid to use freeze defensively when you play this deck, otherwise you're going to lose. Like, it's a valuable tool offensively and defensively. I think people forget that you can use it on defense, but it's really strong. Okay, I'm just going to let this go and kind of reset here. I don't want to jeopardize the situation that I found myself in, which I would consider to be a good one. Okay, we're going to go like this, Cannon low. And these Archers are going to do a really good job on defense. Okay. Nice. Yeah, not great for me, if I'm being completely honest. That's probably my fault. I'll go like this. I want to DPS that down as quickly as possible. No, don't splash, don't splash. Oh, the roof, alright, I guess not making the best decisions, but I truly believe that we can still win this game. The mini P.E.K.K.A. is kind of like the hard troop for me to deal with if I don't have like my Bowler and Cycle or anything like that. But we're going to have a nice counter push right here, so I think it's time to go in. We're going to freeze here. I know he has Minion Horde, but we're going to Tornado everything in like this and try and take care of the Wizard. That's so much damage. Okay, that's game-winning damage right there. I don't know how much the freeze spell does, but it does a lot. He's going to rage everything up. I totally get that. That's probably the right play for him. We need to go for a defensive freeze here. And Tornado. Everything back. Never underestimate the defense of this deck. Okay, the Wizard's going to cut it close. Okay. Let's get ready to go in here. Freeze and NATO, I think, will probably take the game. We're going to pull everything back. It's close. Yeah, so GG's to that guy. I don't think I played it perfectly, I'm not going to lie to you, but really satisfying win nonetheless. So GG's to that Sparky Pump, Evil Wizard Giant player. We'll see you in the next game. Into our next game against Big Mo. I mean, sometimes you just got to grind it out. Sometimes you got to grind out a win, and it's not pretty. I mean, that first match was super dominant. Second match, not so much. I definitely made some mistakes. Like I said, I'm not a Graveyard player. Unfortunately, I don't have NATO or my Cannon in Cycle, so we're going to eat one Hog Shot. Oh, we eat two. So not a great start. Curious to see what variant of Hog he's running. Like, yeah, it is going to be a Hog Firecracker. So I think I'm going to do a similar thing where I NATO all of this up. It's going to get me a shot on the tower, which is nice. I'll probably just go Skeletons. Oh, he goes Bats. Okay. So it's a different deck than we played the first time around, which is nice. Ooh, it's very different. Don't want to eat those. I don't want to eat those. Double wall breaker connection is too much damage. Okay, so kind of a homemade deck, which is cool. I'm glad it's not the same deck that we had already played with against, and that was a horrible Dart Goblin, to be honest. All right, now we're back to our cannon, so it's all good. If he goes EQ, we can go archers, and eventually we're going to be able to get our King Tower activation once we get our cycle right. Cool. So homemade deck. Shoutouts to Big Mo. You know, I feel like nowadays you play against someone and, you know, they're running the most popular meta deck. You don't see a lot of people rocking their homemade deck. So shoutouts to Big Mo. Shoutouts to Big Mo. I think this is the best play. And then, you know, secondarily playing a bowler to kind of like protect it from maybe whatever spam he decides to drop. Nice. Cool, cool, cool. I think that bowler rock takes care of all of that. No, it doesn't. Oh, bowler, why? Okay, that's fine. We're good. So, Mega Knight, Hog Rider, Firecracker, Dart Goblin. He does have a lot of answers for Graveyard, so I do need to be mindful of that. And unfortunately, did not have my Tornado and Cycle. I had to use it on defense. So, it's all good. Might go in here. No, I don't think it's wise. I think I need to wait. When you play this deck, you need to be patient for your time to strike. It's hard to explain, but it's like, when you know, you know. You know? Like, when you know, you know. Okay, he used his bats. Like I said, when you know, you know. I think I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. When you know, you know. You know? Let's tornado everything in to the baby dragon. See, this is nice because now at least the Mega Knight is like almost dead. Okay, we're gonna go low archers here. Help everything out. High cannon, I think, takes care of the Dart Goblin, takes care of the wall breakers, takes care of the firecracker. That's huge. Uh-oh. Nice, and we do get the King Tower activation that we were so desperately looking for, so I don't know if that was the best time for us to go in. I really thought we'd get more from it, but he cycled back to that Dart Goblin, like, really quickly, so well played to him. What is this guy's deck, bro? I do not know. If we tornado everything back, and then we go archers low, this should stop everything, because bowler is so freaking good, man. Okay, I am going to go in here. No, I'm not going to go in there. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for my time to strike. Good damage on that lane. I'll take that. Okay, pretty much wasted that. Not even pretty much. That's a waste for sure, in my opinion. And he played wall breakers into my cannon. Okay, now it is definitely my time to strike. I'm going to go in here. If he goes in for a hog, he's going to lose. I don't think he can stop this, like, truthfully. I don't think he can. We're going to go like this, tornado everything in and freeze. And that hog's not going to take our tower, but that graveyard is probably going to take his tower. So GG to that hog player. We waited for our time to strike. I knew it was going to be GG's, so shoutouts to Big Mo. But you're not Big Mo, no Mo. Okay, we'll see you in the next game. All right, up here against Uli, I don't know. I'm not really sure. And, like, this is, I think I've said this before, but, like, with the starting hand that I had right there, you don't really want to cycle anything. So, up here against bait, I think a good bait player will, like, destroy me, but it's one of those things where, like, I would like to say, like, one push is all it takes. So, when you play graveyard, you got to be got to be patient, got to know when it's your time to strike, don't get too antsy. I think he's going to go, like, for his tank here. Okay, no, he doesn't. So, let's go like this. I will take a King Tower activation. Very, very helpful against bait. Kind of paramount to this deck. But you do have good defenses for bait a lot of the time. I'm just going to do this. I don't want to go in for a graveyard and single elixir yet. Like, I'm just going to chill. You're going to take damage. You got to crack an egg to make an omelet. That's like one of my favorite expressions. And it really is true when you're playing against bait. We're going to go archers low to take care of the ice spirit and to tank for the Dart Goblin. Okay. Don't know if he has rocket. He played that on the side, it looks like, so baby dragon's gonna be great. There will be a time and a place for me to go in, but it is not yet. Okay, this is nice. I think if I play this correctly, I can get like a bowler to line up. Did I mess that up? Like onto the band. Yeah, like see how it just one-shots the rascals? That's pretty brutal. I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking of going in, but I think I'm just gonna wait. Yeah, doesn't really give me any tornado value. So I'll just cannon in the middle, I'll let it go. Double elixir is really when this deck shines. You can kind of be a little more aggressive. Okay, he goes for that. I don't agree with... Well, I don't know. I guess it's a fine play. I would say playing Princess on a cannon always seemed odd to me, but I guess it's fine. Alright. I do need to be mindful of the Evo Dart Goblin. We're going to do this because he used his log and the baby dragon's going to tank. I'm gonna get ready to tornado everything in to the baby dragon splash, and look at these supporting archers. All we need is a little bit of an elixir lead before we can start playing aggressive. Okay. Let's get ready here. High archers to snipe the cannon. Get my freeze ready. Sometimes you don't even need to go in for a graveyard necessarily. You can kind of like apply pressure in a lot of ways without that. But he's defending very, very well. So I got to give that to him. Might be time. I think I might just ignore that. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to ignore that. And we're going to get ready here. I have my NATO and I have my freeze. And both of those things are going to be paramount for this defense. Freeze here. Not defense, I guess offense. There we go. There we go. That's good. I'll take that. Go like this so he can't princess. That was good damage. I'll take that. 100% I'll take that. If you play bowler, like I just played it at full counters barrel. Oh, never mind. Thought it did. Alright, time to lock in here. Cat's out of the bag. He knows exactly what I'm running, so I very much lose the surprise factor of that. Let's see if he gives us a good tornado, or if he doesn't. Oh, I missed the princess! Ah, yeah. I went for that because I thought I was going to hit the princess, but that's okay. There we go. Perfect bowler timing. Ooh, let's try cheeky freeze. Let's try cheeky freeze. Oh, he just used his ice spirit. He has no reset. He has no reset. He has no reset. Oh, nice. That's huge damage. Huge damage. That's beautiful. That play was nice. Play was nasty. Get some bowler chip onto the tower and take care of the Dart Goblin. You have the option of going either lane, but typically when you play like this type of deck, you want to go opposite lane. Used his Dart Gob. Let's go in here. I'll take any chip that I can get. He's defending really well over there. Gonna do this. Yes, he's not ready for the freezes, man. That's so much damage. GG's. GG's. That's not an easy matchup. I'd say that either side is winnable, but we played it really well. And we didn't even win with the graveyard. It was the freezes. So GG's to that guy. We'll see you in the next match. Into our next match against Broccolino. Looks like it's an Italian clan. So far, so good with the games. I've been super enjoying them. I hope it's been helpful for you. By no means am I the graveyard freeze master, but I can play any deck, honestly. Looks like we're going to be going up here against a cycle deck of some sort. Okay, might be Royal Hog Cycle with Earthquake. One of the most popular decks, like, just ever. Like, of all time, I swear. This deck is just everywhere. So we'll see. We have pretty good answers on defense. It's just on offense. If they play really well, it can be kind of difficult. I'm going to go archers like this to try and like push some of the hogs over. And then we can get a King Tower activation. So really good defense. I'll take that all day. I know we took 500 damage, but over the course of the match, having King Tower activation is going to pay dividends. So I'll take that. I'm just going to cycle my Eye Dragon here. Kind of waiting for my time to go in is paramount. When you can, defending with the bowler is great because it provides really good counter push. That's kind of thematic with graveyard decks. If you're, kind of unfamiliar with how you're supposed to play graveyard decks, that's kind of the way you're supposed to go. You're supposed to thrive off of counter push. Okay, I'm gonna try it here. Go for the bowler. He did a little bit of damage. He's gonna go delivery on the right, and I'll probably queen. He actually got the delivery down late, so we do get some baby dragon chip. Gonna pop the ability, pretty much finish off my bowler, which is annoying, but it is what it is. Okay, I'm gonna split my archers here. If he goes in, we have cannon. Kind of when he goes in for an aggressive hog, Piggy ZQ is a good time to go in, because then it's like, oh wow, they spent 7 elixir and didn't really get that much for it. I don't really want to play anything. I'm just gonna leak here in single. I'll never leak in double elixir, but in single elixir, I think it's an okay play. Okay, he's definitely getting ready to go in here. I was like, no one just does that without getting ready to go in. Okay. We're gonna go like this, just to negate some of the damage. Baby dragon. Cool. We didn't have bowler in hand, so that's why that defense was a little bit awkward. Okay, we're gonna go bowler again. Get ready to set up a defense because, I mean, their cycle is so fast. So we're going to split archers. Definitely don't want to give him earthquake value. And we're going to cycle opposite the lane that he's going right now. Bowler's going to go down, but that's okay with us. Nice. So if he does cycle that earthquake, I think I'm going to go for a high cannon here. And baby dragon. And I don't want to go in with a bowler at the bridge a lot of the times because of the threat of a king tower activation. So I'm going to do this. He's going to be back to another earthquake, I think. But we're okay. Oh, Inferno Dragon locked on. That's huge damage for us. That's great damage. Bowler's going to clog this lane. And now we're definitely in it, which is great. You never want to be out of it. You only want to be in it, so we're okay. We also have our Evo Cannon coming up, which is awesome. Might even Evo Cannon up here onto the graveyard. Like, if you graveyard in front, kind of, and then go in with the Evo Cannon, a lot of times they don't expect it. Like I said, you probably didn't expect that. Ooh, baby dragon, baby dragon, baby dragon. Yes, huge baby dragon lock. That's awesome. That's so much damage. Oh my gosh, that's so much damage. Huge damage coming in for us. We're going to be reactive here. Perfect. Bowler's going to come down. I don't even want to give him damage. I'm just going to go for the NATO and say, hey man, you're not getting any damage on my tower. If he starts going for raw spell cycles, I can go in for graveyard freezes, and it's not a good look for him. So I'm going to get my baby dragon down in the back. That lane is clogged with the bowler, and it's just not a good look for him. It's just not. I mean, if he goes in here, he's not going to be able to defend, and he knows that, and I know that. So we're going to go like this. We're going to freeze onto the cannon and the skeletons that he has down, and it's just going to be GG's. GG's to Brock, but man, really well played to us. Really good defense. And we're just going to hold that W. I'll catch you in the next match. Alright, into our last match of the video. I like Graveyard Freeze as much as the next guy, but it's time. It's time. I've really enjoyed making this video. If you've made it this far, shoutouts to you. I appreciate you so much. Supporting me, supporting the channel. I've been trying to publish a video every day. So if you're one of those people who indulges in the video and watches them, shoutouts to you. Alright, I didn't want to play anything with my starting hand, like a 4 elixir commitment. Seemed kind of scary, especially like usually when you're going against the Chef Tower, they're running a beatdown deck. And so if you cycle 4 elixir, they just go Goblin Giant or something opposite lane and just demolish you. So we're gonna take a chill pill here. And I'll commit a cannon as well, it's fine. He can go for a lightning, but he won't break through. He'll just get some chip on the tower. So at the end of the day, I'm not too worried about it. Cool. I will go Baby Dragon in front just to like keep the bowler alive longer, and I kind of needed to cycle in something anyway, so we'll see. Nice. It actually forced out a mini P.E.K.K.A, which is huge. I feel like he probably wouldn't have wanted to play the mini P.E.K.K.A otherwise. So I'll take that. Very much happy with that interaction. Okay, we're gonna have to go for a defensive freeze here because this is a really powerful push otherwise. Not even otherwise, like it's already like a stressful push. So we're gonna eat damage because of the Evo Goblin Giant, but not in a situation where we're gonna lose our tower or anything like that. So that was scary. I don't really know if there was a better way I could have defended that, but it is what it is. You're gonna take damage if you play this deck, so it's fine. This might be one of the rare circumstances where like I'm not sure if I want to go opposite lane or same lane in this one. I think it actually might be better to go opposite lane. We're going to do this right now, and I do think he's going to mini P.E.K.K.A, so I'm actually going to support with archers, which is weird, because it'll actually keep my bowler around way longer than like anticipated. Should get a shot on the tower, I think. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't. Come on, man. Come on, man. Alright, I don't want to commit too much here, so I'm going to go like this. Eat one shot, hopefully not more. We do see more. Alright, let's go Inferno Dragon. Really hoping that double elixir gets a little better for us. Might have to go freeze if he has like an E-Wiz or something like that. I'm curious to see what his answers are. He just goes for the wizard. We're going to freeze and then Evo Archers to snipe down the wizard. And I think that was the best way to handle that play. Beautiful. Nice. And that was kind of an aggressive NATO log. Like, he just spent 5 elixir, so let's go in for the graveyard. Like I said, you got to know when it's your time to strike. Cool. Nice. And we got a lot of damage there. And on even better than getting a lot of damage was he just, like, cycled his Evo Goblin Giant, like, when he didn't really want to. So that's kind of, like, maybe even the better part of that interaction for us. Okay. It's cannon here. Archers should be okay. I almost feel like we have him in a really good, like, what I would say, like a cycle. Like his cycle, like his hand does feel just like kind of awkward. So I'm gonna get ready to go in here. Offensive cannon here to hopefully snipe the berry. We do not snipe the berry, but we do get a baby dragon lock. So I think I'm gonna freeze here And that's going to finish off the game. Incredibly patient gameplay. I told you one push was all it takes. We were losing that entire time. We got into a good flow, found a great time to go in for a graveyard and clutch the match. So GG's to that player. We're going to hold it. I'll catch you in the outro. And that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Here's the deck one more time in case you want to take a screenshot and try it out for yourself. I'll also put the link to this deck in the YouTube description. So give it a try. It's really fun. It is so different than all of the other decks in the meta. I mean, it is so patient, it's so controlled. I feel like so many decks are just fast paced and go, go, go. And this one, you're slow, you're calm, you're calculated. And it actually takes a lot of skill. So I actually had more fun than I thought playing this deck. And I hope you do as well if you choose to give it a try. So thank you one final time for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you in another video real soon. Peace.